I guess I'm doing opening. I'm so used to calling dibs on it, I forgot that other people. Hi, and welcome to yet another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am one of your hosts, and I'm gonna do something a little different than my normal intro for those who are used to me doing an intro. First of all, am gonna do my normal intro. I would like to just say thank you to my lovely co-hosts for joining me. They have been so nice and helpful and just I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this in all things, but I do need to take a moment and do something a little different for this intro than I normally do because this is a possibly high angst FPS. So please, dear listeners, if you are like me and forget to check content warnings before you actually watch a recording, please just scroll down. Take about 5 seconds. Go through those content warnings. Please. Please. With that said, I believe my co-host would like to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone! It's Vwild back at it again with the bullshit and with the traditional thing of when I make these introductions, I have a monkey. A wonderful monkey in a wonderful place who's going to have a interesting time.
Yeah, I look at the title card. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It is going to be completely and utterly fine. It's fine. Ah!
All right, well, in that case, you said you had a little scene idea?
Yeah. We'll see how stuff goes along the way, but every morning thing, I have to roll Lin some interesting die due to her chronic condition. And quite frankly, all things considered, Lin actually rolled damn well today. I roll with advantage seeing as Lin is at home in Halloween Town. And the lower she rolls on the dream die, the better everything is. She got an 18, so she actually had good dreams last night.
Beloved!
And I know exactly what she was dreaming about, because Lin dreams, quite frankly, a lot in memories. And just because I know who's in the chat, Lin's been remembering old times she didn't have a good 5 years, but she did have good times when her condition was bad before when she was shifting, and part of that was through friends. Through Detective Tanner Layton and Junior Detective Sam Layton. She will say that till her dying day. That she remembers soft times at their place. She remembers coffee there. She remembers sweet times coming in through the window. And she remembers one time she came in, an absolutely 3'5" monkey looked at both of them and went, "Yeah, I can pick you both up at the same time." And Sam told her to prove it, and she did with a 22 on a roll. And she woke up this morning actually remembering that. It's a sweet nostalgia and a lot of emotions in it, but she remembered it. And she did say to Quinn that she'd look into the files on that.
Yeah.
She said look, and yeah. So she's down in her office now. Just down in her office opening old files and kinda having a ponder over some stuff because yeah, she knew this was an open and shut case, but it doesn't seem quite like that anymore. Not when she's looking at it with fresh eyes.
Hee-hoo. I'm sorry, my brain went Quinn voice. Maybe I was right. Can people learn to accept that?
Yeah. And she's very much just sitting at her desk with a cup of tea, looking over this, doing the odd hum in the air, which is getting echoed back to her. Just yeah. She's only on this case because she knows Haddie and Rye and other people aren't home today, but also just oh boy. Blood types don't match up. What is going on?
Hee-hoo.
Eehoo.
Hee-hoo.
But that's what I had.
Well, and also please forgive anytime I do like the Quinn voice. Maybe I am right sometimes. At any other joking I may do, it is how I am coping with this high angst.
Quite frankly, I love it. It's in Hex's word. In Hex's word. 3, 2, 1, jokes.
Yeah, we're gonna have our nice little jumps of things. Okay, whew, deep breaths. I will say you do hear a knock on the door of the Requiem. And that is where Spec will start to.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Which is definitely something, because Lin does look up at that and just go, I wasn't expecting this today. Who is it? Okay, someone you don't know. Alright. Well, okay. Main room then. Hopefully not. Well, might be a case. Might not. Who knows? Let's find out. And Lin gets up from her side office, puts the folders away for a moment. Probably in her ham space, just in case she wants them. Gives a little stretch, because it might be a good day, but the design is never fully good. And then just strides into the main room. And she gives another hum, and the door does open. What does she
Also,
see?
yeah. Okay, I will say, fair warning, there will be slow responses from me from this because I am very much taking my time on this.
Indeed.
And also, some of you may be hearing, I am not used to there's a crowd here, and I am getting a little stage fright.
I love you so much, and I remember it so clearly. You are so good, beloved.
Okay, one second. I do actually need to mute.
I shall make the do 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 do. I'm doing a little jig. You cannot see it. I am doing a little jig. It is the coolest jig. My jig would win awards. I am making little notes. I am making little notes. We are taking our time, beloveds. We are doing the good self-care.
Okay. I should be good. We're just going to walk into this. Though I'm not going to be eating anymore during this because that is.
God bless you.
Nerves are not mixing well with food. Okay. Standing in front of you is a familiar real kind who you haven't actually heard from since the events with Leo. That's a whole other FPS with its whole other content warnings.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, so there is you see Quinn standing there kind of acting nervous as he messes with hands. Lin, can I talk to you?
Quinn. Hi, yeah. This is a pleasant surprise, an unusual one, I'll admit. Yeah, don't stand out in the doorway. Come on in. Come on in. You alright? She has literally just like, as she's seen him come in, she was quite straight back. She's full on just straight back, shoulders back. She looks straight up like a detective, the full on, the eye twitch, not eye twitch, the eyebrow twitch and everything. Just she has schooled her expression into the, "Ah, case? Okay."
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks. 1 second. He does actually take a step inside of the house. Kind of just you remember him. He was a very almost fidgety boy. He would he you remember from the FPS he was messing with his hands and wrists a lot. Just constantly looked a little nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, she remembers that. She has her concerns on that front on multiple counts. She definitely, if she could, she would be investigating the father, but unfortunately that's Furuma and outside of her jurisdiction. She hates that so much.
Yoo-hoo.
Eehoo.
Yeah,
We
yeah. None of us
want
like that. Don't worry, beloved. Maybe one day.
one day. But she's definitely taking all of this in. I, I want to say she rolls insight. Just 'cause she does want to check in. However, I also do just look at certain things. But
Hmm.
she's just here, just going, yeah, come on in, take a seat.
He very much does follow that command and walks inside and takes a look around to try and just see the place and what it looks like.
Mhm. It's You can roll perception if you like.
I will roll a perception. Man, beloved, I forgot that this is. I forgot that this is my low whiz character. Oh, nice!
And yet you roll a goddamn 22. All right, with that, I can paint word pictures. Okay, Queen, as you come in, this is a bright place. Like this, the inside of this building, in this very spooky town. You came through Halloween Town, my fine dude. That was spooky. You might have got a bit lost seeing as it's Kara, and Kara likes to mess with new people, but
Oh, not
coming
to mention real kind. So it
Oh,
was.
I mean,
He.
there are actually a lot of real kind here. I mean, I
They
gesture at
are.
Spec, and I gesture at Ro, and I gesture at vast other
Oh.
people. We love everyone in this town. They are wonderful, and RJ has blessed us.
Quinn probably smiled at that, actually seeing other real kinds.
Hmm. But yeah, Lin is just Lin's home is there. The Stagehand's Requiem. It's surprisingly distinctive, especially just vibes. But coming inside, it is gold. The walls are a beautiful gold that is the same as Lin. It's her fur color is exactly the same as these walls, and it is bright. There is, with a 22, there is a slight hum to the air. You think it's the pipes. You're sure it's the pipes, quite frankly. But there's the main oak desk that's very ornate, very detective styled, and behind it a frosted glass window, the stagehand detective decal on it, and either side and around it an absolute wall of pride of cases throughout Lin's entire career, just there in a sprawling fashion. All perfectly well preserved, all perfectly well kept. Just, this is a detective's office of someone who is very, very good at her job. There is a reason why she is called the detective.
Wow. Oh boy.
And there is at that desk there is a big chair on the other side, and then there are two chairs on the side as you're coming in. As you are entering, you come through a little foyer, and then you come into the main room. Off to one side, there's a couch. There's just as you come in, you see lots of sheets of paper on the wall, like a lot. There are a lot of sketches on that wall. You can't see it at this angle as you're coming in, but by God, that's definitely someone loves sketching.
Oh, I hold this so gently. This is so soft.
Mm-hmm. And just, yeah, there's a slight rock underneath your heels as you're coming in. Just with a 22, this place is very discreet when it wants to be. It's just, you do feel as though you're being slightly nudged into the building. Again, you don't know. This is
Probably
this is
nothing.
this is a cool building. This is a cool building, Your Honor.
Yeah. Maybe he just wants to walk into the building more. Sure, that's definitely it.
Yeah.
I will say his gaze definitely lingers on the wall of pride and all that. And he is, you know him, you know what he wants to be. He's definitely taking it in. Just staring. And of course, his gaze lingers on other stuff, and there's definitely the connection formed about the color, and he knows the pipes, but it really is that wall of pride that captures his gaze.
And she has noticed that it's just a lifetime of work. I am very proud of my career. I have helped a lot of people. And, heavens permitting and everything else that be, well, I'll fight the heavens, but all that's out there that be, I'm going to be in this career for a while longer. Ha ha!
Here's a smile at that.
Mm-hmm. And, actually, with a 22, as you're coming closer, like, are you coming to sit, like, as she'd indicated at the desk?
Oh, probably.
You would notice as you come closer, you can pick out the 22, and because of your focus on this wall, yeah, you can see ones that are just Detective Stagehand, some that are Detective Dulcis and Junior Detective Stagehand, as well as Dulcis and Stagehand, and Leighton.
Oof. Okay.
You do see some that are Detective Leighton, and Stagehand, or just one Detective Leighton and Stagehand, and even a few with black and white photos. Few and far between. Lin wasn't one for photos back in the day because she looked very different. She looked very different a year ago, and for 5 years she looked incredibly different to just a monkey. But there are images. There's them.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's that's probably why he goes and sits down. It's that side of the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And Lin does come. She's halfway round the other side of the table, looking over the pictures herself, and just goes. And he's almost. It's quiet. She just goes. I admit I didn't anticipate hearing from you today. You didn't write, you didn't call, it must be serious. Can I offer you anything first? Tea? I don't have coffee in the house, I'm sorry.
No, tea's fine. He gives a small smile as he continues to mess with his hands.
Right, nah, not that tea today. I'll get you a herbal, just a normal herbal, or Lapsang Souchong, that one you like? I got a few different types.
Small nod.
Really good. And she does go over. I'm gonna roll something for her. Oof. Okay, honey. It's not a good hand day. Roll me another perception if you like. I'm just gonna.
The dice at 22 and 22 only.
Yeah. It's Lynn. You do notice as Lynn goes off to one side, there is a teapot and a nice little tea bit there. And she goes to make something, and her right hand seizes right as she's going to do something with it. And she does just look down at it. It's gloved, so you can't see anything. There is just a barely there disguised grimace before she breathes through it and she just starts making with the other hand. Her hand and her tail being used to make and then pour the tea. She then brings it over. And she's absolutely playing it off as though it didn't happen. Like straight up, she rolled terribly. She rolled terribly on her deception of. She got a 21 to your 22. So you've seen it, even if it is incredibly discreet. You don't think many people would see it normally.
There's definitely taking note of that.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't comment on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. See, I haven't added any milk or sugar or anything. I can get that for you if you like.
Just shakes his head.
All right. I don't take it like that either, but okay. And she's going around the other side of her desk. She puts the tea down first and then actually sits down and then steeples her hands. So it's right hand closed and then left hand over the top as she just rests her elbows on the table and leans forward and goes, "So, may I inquire as to, why the visit?"
As I start to figure out my words.
Mhm. You are so valid, and I am honestly, the pauses are thematically appropriate. We love to see them.
It's it's about the case. His hands are messing with each other even more to where his knuckles are a bit almost a little lighter. I was wondering if you got the chance to find anything. You said that you were going to look into it, so
I did. And I always keep my promises. And you've been keeping yours on your end, right? You've been keeping out of trouble?
as much as I can. There's a small laugh.
Good. I haven't heard any reports, so I'm glad you're looking into your license and doing things the proper way now. I know it's hard. I really know it's hard, but you're doing good.
There's a quiet sigh at that.
Okay, in relation to the case, I have been looking into things. And I have.
He looks up at you.
I have found certain things of note. Uh, this first part, do pardon me, detectives here in Anquil and perhaps back in Faruma, we tend to go off on non sequitur little tangents from time to time. Tell me, why
I
did.
didn't catch that.
Thank you, Siri.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it's alright. It's my thing besides a little bitch. But
The complete monotone. Thank you, Siri.
3, 2, 1, jokes, just.
Okay, sorry about that.
Alright, it's alright. It was a little bitch. Just tell me, what what convinced you to pursue things again. Why did you start opening the case again?
Sorry.
I I know exactly why, and I laugh at you.
I'm sorry. It was important to both me and somebody that I know that I figure this out because it just didn't seem right.
And did you at any point see anything? See anyone, perhaps? That sparked the thoughts going, I guess.
It wasn't a lot. That's why I need the case, but I've been doing my best to figure things out through just the newspaper clippings and what little I could talk to with others. But
Of
it's
course.
almost entirely been through the newspaper, which is, yeah.
Yeah, you don't believe everything you read. Some newspapers are better than others. There's a guy in Villestown, Lucian Remy. That's a good source usually. And gets off into a lot of adventures on their own. But um, more. Roll me insight.
Well, you inside. Okay. Once again, dealing with the effects of a low whiz detective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the 16, you can get that Detective Stagehand is someone who's trying to inquire into something without directly saying it. Because directly saying something, as someone training to be a detective, directly placing something in someone's lap will change how the evidence works. You do note that she did say anyone, as though there might have been something that happened after the fact, after the first initial incident, that she's trying to figure out. But you can't quite put your finger on anything specific, just basically that she's trying to inquire into something, very gently probing at the edges.
Okay, I understood about half of that. You need to repeat it. I was processing those words and then I got lost, and then I got so lost I didn't process the other half of the words.
Okay. In essence, Lynn's trying to direct you towards stuff without directly saying anything. And she's focusing on anyone.
One
And
second, let me see if I'm. Okay. I know where I got lost, so let me quickly DM you and make sure I am understanding. I'm sorry.
alright, I'm sending you something.
Oh wait. Okay, that's it. Uh, mm, nothing that nothing that could help the case.
Nothing at all, even the random, even the things that you find spontaneous. The things that perhaps you think you've dreamt up or dismissed.
He's looking at you actually a little bit longer now. And yeah, there's something, but he's not saying anything yet.
He is giving a very even look back. It's It's a face. It's an expression that's not giving anything away itself directly, but it is studying. And she can see that there's something there. She's not a complete fool. Like straight up, this monkey is not a
Oh
complete,
no, she's very smart.
especially with that sort of insight roll. So she is just
Yeah.
she lets the silence hang for a moment because she knows you know. We have reached an impasse.
Yeah, because he's not wanting to say anything about that. He doesn't want to admit it because I motioned to how he handled the Minami FPS with it. He is
Mhm.
very certain these are just him imagining things, seeing other people who look kind of like Sam, or just straight up imagining it.
Mhm.
One of those cycles of grief thing.
And
So he's not going to say that because I love you. As the gallery pointed out, you complimented him earlier, and there was not a follow up to that. So he
Mhm.
does not want to give you anything to get on to him for.
Mhm. Oh God. What has she done? Ah well. Yes. In the end, she does nod, and there is that gesture where she's taken her hands off the desk and pushed back slightly. Just pushed back with her hands just to lean back in the chair a bit. Just all right, all right. Uh, uh, yeah, just here or there information on that sort of front, I guess. Uh, in looking into some of the old photographs, some of the old files, it's as a detective and as someone who was, well, who someone actually visited the scene. I know a bit. Some of the evidence isn't adding up as much as I'd like, but I'm gonna do some more research into that first before I say anything here.
He looks down at that.
I won't get your hopes up or any such claims. This case is. I believe I've heard the phrase Schrödinger used on such cases. It's open and shut and yet complicated as well. I don't want to jump to any conclusions on anything.
Quinn is moved to hold his arms tightly rather than just wringing his hands. He is just staring at the ground with a very set face.
I know it's hard. I
I
really know it's hard. Oh,
no, you go. Doesn't matter.
no, it does matter. Your opinions and your thoughts matter here, Quinn. Please, you have the floor.
I I know you said don't get my hopes up, but they're already up, and I've really been trying to do better, but I was maybe hoping that it's since I have been doing better, I really have been trying. I haven't had any problems. Maybe you, I don't know, let me back on the case.
And yeah, no, Lynn has steepled her hands in front of her face at that one. Not in a I'm agitated way, but in a oh, I'm going to be saying things that this person doesn't like.
There's a
Just
flinch.
in the she clocks that flinch and she's very much tucking that away in the okay, how can I help this kid? Just
Please.
you have been doing incredible. You have stayed out of trouble. You are focusing on getting your detective license, and I am very pleased at that. You are doing incredibly well. But as it stands, this could go sour incredibly easily. One wrong foot could not dredge up something, but sink people into grief. You're a good kid, but without training, you're heavy-handed. And that can be good, but not here. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to sit back on your hands while everything's flying around you. I get that you want to do something. I get that you want to be in on this action. That is commendable. But no.
Oh, he is definitely stiff and holding his arms as he stares down. He was my friend too. Does that just not mean anything?
It does mean something. It means a great deal. That Sam had friends. That both he and Tana had friends, that they are remembered. At the same time, emotional ties are a blessing and a curse in the life of a detective. And we can't fly off the rails because of our emotions. We can't let them dictate our actions. And I can't be sure that your emotions won't take hold. I'm sorry.
Whew. Okay, just gonna. Whew.
And she is sitting there just she has got her hands just like back in that original position of just right over left, just sitting there leaning forward, just she is studying you. She's studying the way that your arms are crossed. She's studying everything because she doesn't want to break a kid, but she also wants to check in because yeah, she's heard a few stories now about you. She's very much prioritizing. Okay, is this going to be a stable environment in like 2 seconds?
Wonder why you'd have to do that with Quinn. Looks at his past FPSs.
Oh, hey, Lin needs to roll something. Just one moment. Ah, okay, that's fantastic. We love to see it. That is a 19 plus 8. Do, 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 do.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You noticed something's wrong about Quinn's eyes. They're definitely covered in shadows, but there's something else.
And Lin is going to roll deception. And Lin's terrible, hideous modifiers, that is a 27. There is nothing wrong. There is no change in her expression, but internally she is just looking at those eyes. Just, they are downcast, but yeah. Yeah, she's seeing something there. Something she doesn't quite like. Yeah, she's gonna be treading a bit more carefully. Alright. Alright.
Whew.
And she is just gonna watch him for a moment, because yeah, she did just drop the no on him and is now
Yeah.
is processing a few things at once. She's definitely getting some strings together. There is a soft hum under her breath.
me being very careful with how I go from now on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm sorry. This guy. I need this case. It means everything. You know you remember up there. It's really important to me that I get this case. And I listen. Lynn, I really am trying. I really have been trying, and I've been doing so good, but I haven't been able to. I can't get the stuff fast enough, and I swear it was just, and I've been doing so much better about my emotions too. Like you saw me when I came here. It was, and I really, and I'm not even getting mad. I'm just, please, just I need this, please.
You're all right. You're all right. Breathe. Breathe. You're okay. Just deep breaths, all right? Deep breaths. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying not yet. Cases like this, they take seasoning. And I say that in a seasoned detective sense. Just you take your deep breaths. All right. Take your
Not
moment.
yet starting to feel like never. And
So it'll
his hands are digging in tighter.
you dig in any tighter, you're gonna hurt yourself, kid.
Gives a huff and looks away.
I noticed you rubbing your wrists last time we met. Is something you do often?
And he looks down at his wrist, which he hasn't been rubbing for a bit because he's been gripping his arms, but he blinks. A bit surprised at that. It's like he had never noticed that before.
Nervous habit or judging by other things I've seen, possibly related to, well, if you keep gripping, if you keep holding things and those sorts of things. You ever heard of RSD, kid?
Me remembering the conversation we had one time. Oh god, this is very much nervous laughter kicking in at this point.
Yep. Lynn, if I can't understand a situation, derail it onto something else.
Okay. Sort of. He looks nervous at that.
You have a lot of emotional outlets. Tell me, I can't recall if I said last time we met, but you seeing anyone?
No.
I'd recommend it. I'd recommend it. It's good for helping to process your emotions on multiple levels and figure some stuff out that's been occurring along the way, I guess. S- I'd advise it. I can get you in contact with some people, but
Uh, it doesn't really answer that, just looks down.
ah, pick. What am I doing? Eh, God, you sit on this side of the desk too long. Chin up, kid, eh? Come on, I ain't giving you a browbeating. And she's literally rubbed she's rubbed her own neck and she's sitting up and she is smiling at you. Just, come on, chin up. There are good things to talk about. Better things, things of hope.
He finally looks up at you, and can I get one more perception?
Yep, because Lynn had actively been trying to do something with the way she was talking there. Nice. That is a 24.
Yeah, when he glances up and his eyes look over to you, you remember something about Quinn. When you first met him, he had these seafoam green eyes. Funnily enough, they were a lot like Sam's.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes right now are a yellow gold color.
Lynn is internally. There is an internal record scratch at that. Just. Oh, what sweet fuckery is this? Nothing out loud. Again, this monkey is damn good at keeping her cool, especially as this person is in her home. You can roll perception for me, though, if you like, for another factor.
I will. Me watching the gallery. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah. There is no outward reaction from Lynn. It's so incredibly subtle. It is near impossibly subtle, but the humming of the pipes in this building seemed to have just dropped a slight pitch, and yeah, outside it was autumnal, so maybe it's just the heating, but it feels a little colder in here now.
Oh.
Not not enough not enough to be a danger or anything. Not even enough to properly twig anything. Just yeah, it's just a little colder. And just
Hmm.
a slight desaturation of the walls. Just it's nothing. You're focused on Lynn. It's just yeah, it's just there as a minor note.
Hmm. Just clocking that in the back of his head.
You said you were keeping out of trouble, right? I fully believe you. I am not denying that in any way, don't worry. But you just this is me doing a check-in, I guess. You been talking to anyone, doing anything? Just well, you've been doing your detective work, I'm presuming, on your getting your license, but come on, talk to me.
Check in. I'm the one who came here, though.
Oh, yeah, I completely understand that. But, well, it's always good when people drop by to check in, see how they are, see how they're doing. You know, someone who sees the little details. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can twig that she's noticed something. With your perception with that, just not enough possibly to fully get, but yeah. Yeah. She's smiling at you. She's completely calm and laid back.
Sorry. Yeah. He starts to stand up. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have gotten upset at you for just worrying about me. And no, it's getting late. No, I sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you about the case. Kind of proved I'm being better, aren't I? Yeah. Oh no, I should no, I shouldn't have come here. I should have waited a bit or something. Try to see if I could do better or do a little bit longer. I should have been patient.
Yep, nonsense, nonsense. It's good to come on by. I like people dropping on by. It's how I catch things. Makes things interesting in my life. Yeah, I'm glad you popped on by. Oh, speaking of, I did actually have one thing I wanted to talk to you about, I guess.
He looks at you.
Yeah, hang on, where did I pick and put it? Pick, I always put things in the wrong side of the desk. And she does just like full on she is slightly out her chair, just you can see her, she is playing, she's just like rummaging just towards her desk, just like, yeah, you see, when last time we talked, you said stuff about not to make light of it, but oaths, about oaths and that sort of stuff. Now, I've been doing a little bit of reading into those sorts of things to try and figure out exactly how they work. I admit, that sort of magic, paladin magic, just go whoosh right over my pick and head. It's bard magic, cleric magic. That's a damn good one. I want to get into that more, but bard is where it's at. But yeah, but I've been doing some reading on that sort of stuff.
You have.
Yeah, I have. And after all, I did say about how you make oaths, and you said how you make oaths just, well, you made an oath just out there. Quite frankly, pretty damn commendable. But, I did.
Hortznon doesn't have any gods.
No, it doesn't. So I did some reading into that as well. Yeah, I did some reading into that, and I did some reading into what's out there. Pretty damn incredible, quite frankly. Wouldn't you say so, universe?
Oh, detective, you really are quite observant. But observation skills alone aren't going to save you.
No, they don't tend to. Sheer wit, absolute peck and skill, yes. And I gotta admit, quite an entrance. Is this the part where you try and kill me?
You see this not Quinn tilt his head at you.
No, you can kill, but I don't think that's your type, not here, eh?
No, you've made things far more interesting to me. See, I came here because, well,
I know why you're here.
do you?
Yeah, like you said. I am detective. I am damn smart. And I gotta admit, good ploy going here. It's all about connections, isn't it? You wanted information on the case and, I guess, wanted to strain a few relationships.
Aren't you a little something?
Oh, you're not the first person to call me that. I'm presuming you've done this with other people in the past.
Many. Countless.
Oh, delightful. Something very old, then.
Older than you might be able to conceive.
We'll see about that, I guess. But, calling your universe is pretty grandiose, wouldn't you say? I mean...
I rather like it.
I thought you would. But tacky, though, ain't it? I mean, what you use as a ploy against a scared child. You gonna come out from behind the curtain? Or are you a bit of a coward?
Hey, I'm gonna roll something.
Lin, you're a damn moron.
I am going to roll an athletics check. Yes, this is a grapple.
Great! I'm going to roll for Lin.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! Oh, for fuck's sakes! My man!
You did not introduce yourself because I love you.
I did not introduce myself. That was a 27 on athletics. Hi guys. You might be wondering what the fuck is going on.
Okay, I'm going to send you something that amuses me to no end, because the only way Lin can roll a 27 is if she rolls a nat 20, and you will never fucking guess what she just rolled.
Okay, let me introduce myself and we'll resolve what just happened.
We'll be right back.
Hi everybody. Hi audience. My name's Avi Aviator, and I am the third host of this FPS. I hope you all enjoyed that grandiose reveal. And today I am going to be playing a fucked up deity. Hi. Hi. Okay, so Lin, you called this thing a coward, and it throws out an arm, but it's not an arm anymore. It is a tendril, and it is long and writhing, and there's a point where the color of not Quinn's, like, sleeve melts into this, like, really deep, dark purple. And, I don't have, like, a really good picture of it, so I'm just gonna show you the picture of this, just so you can get an idea. Along the tendrils, at least until the latter section of it, there are these blank white masks frozen in different expressions, and but it misses you. It misses you because you rolled a nat 20, but boy, does this thing leave a bit of destruction in its wake. I'm sorry to network.
Yeah, there is just... How the thing was, Lin did actually stand up before all of this, just rummaging around in that desk. No, she did that on purpose, just in case something like this started going down. I'm gonna say, for mechanical reasons, because, baby, it's the desk that gets mullered. It's Lin ducks under part of it and weaves out, and I think, just for flavour, the drawer that she pulled out, whatever was in it is no longer in it, and she has tried to slam it down on that tendril as she went. Yes. And she does roll and get to her feet. She's keeping stuff between this being and her, and she just goes, picnic, that's the best you got.
As I look over some spells.
I think she's probably going to try and do some spells herself here. She's got a few. She's not got her axe out. She kind of hates that. Bless. Yeah, screw it. She's going to try it. She's tangling with something a lot bigger and a lot stronger than her, but what the fuck? She's not done anything by halves in her life! Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, don't mind if I do, as I bust out my fucked up stats.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, I love this dice. I love this dice very much.
No. You get that she's tried to say something, some sort of spell. It's under her breath, and it does slightly grate against you. It's whatever she was doing, whatever language perhaps she was speaking is strange, but you are so very old. And this is a very inexperienced bard. It skates over you. And yeah, she's clocked that and is just like, right. And she's activated her rage just as a, yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, exciting. As I look up a quick spell that I can use, give me a second.
I will also say that I will be also playing another person today. Network, how you doing? Oh, you're screaming. That's fine.
Oh, dear.
Network hasn't said or done anything yet. It's just, boy, the pipes sure are something. You break that desk and wow, the underfloor heating sure is something in this place.
Oh, give me a second. My web browser is dying.
No! No, not the browser. Oh, how terrible.
I am trying to look up a spell.
Lin wins, guys. Lin wins due to technical difficulties.
Oh, God. The most meta way to win.
By doing nothing. We're like the Australians in the ice rink. I apologize to all Australians.
Jeez. Okay. I do have a funky little spell that can do damage. Oh boy.
Please do.
As I try to find it, there it is. Can you make me an intelligence save? As the baby wails in the background.
Quite frankly, it adds ambience. Let's see, that is network sheet. I want Lin's. That is a +3. That is a 21.
Does not make it.
Gott in Himmel. Okay. Well, let's having a fun time, guys. It was a good one.
Okay, you get hit with synaptic static.
Also, realize it's 22, but I don't think that does any goddamn difference. Just, what does that spell do, buddy?
You take damage, but also let me, actually copy the spell description real quick, so you can actually see it.
Sounds gnarly.
So
yeah, I gotta roll on things. Network physically cannot roll high enough to escape this, so Network's gonna also just... Boy.
It
the target has more thoughts for 1 minute. Oh boy.
You take 23 damage.
Oof. Hey, roll me perception.
Don't mind if I do, because this is something he also has a fucked up stat in. 9 plus... Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, 29? Yeah, buddy. The monkey gets hit with this stuff. And you see that happen. And then you see an almost... There is that humming of the pipes, stutters, and then picks up into a whine. And in a delayed response, you can see the monkey flinch again. Yeah. Oh, there is something else here.
Oh. Genus loci, isn't it? What was that about making a spell, dear?
There is a very low hiss from Lin. And as she's looking at you, she has got a pumpkin orange outline around her, a rose thorn tail appearing behind her, and there is that flicker of orange to her eyes. Her eyes are brown orange. Yeah, no, as she's hissing, there is a rumble of the building around her, and her eyes do take on a gold hue as well. You are dealing with both of them at once, and neither of them are happy.
Well, that certainly got a reaction.
And I'm gonna see, during this time, rolls a d6 from all attacks and ability checks. Oh boy. Maintain concentration. Yeah, Lin physically can't make the DC to succeed, can she?
What's her con?
If it's a con save?
I think. Hang on, let me...
No, I mean as in, can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of its turns. Yeah, she's got a +3. I don't think... Even if she rolls a nat, I don't think with what I'm judging from all of this.
Just barely you wouldn't make it.
She's got a save of +4, so even at her best, I don't think she can. I don't think you can bardic inspire yourself, so she's clocked this. Well, fuck it. Sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. You've cornered a monkey in her home and you've done her psychic damage. Monkey is going, peck it to the wind, I'm apping it.
Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you want to go ape shit?
Yeah, she's decided she wants to go ape shit. Hey, does a 26 hit your armor class?
It sure does.
Great! I'm gonna roll. She gets 2 attacks. She's not gonna reckless because she's not that much of a fucking moron in this place. She's just very stupid. She's just very stupid, Your Honor. Let's see, that is Yeah. So that was the first one. That I did not mean to roll a D.
Whoops.
Let's. And I did not mean to roll a D on that one. She rolled max damage on the first thing, so that's 15 points of damage. And then 17 plus 7. 17 plus 7.
Okay,
That's
thank you, Monkey.
Does a 24 hit as well?
It does.
Great. Lin, in her head, just going, fuck it! I'm fighting a god in the middle of my house, in the middle of a sentient town. Shit's picked. I don't think I'm doing enough damage to do anything, but by gods, at least I get to say I punched a god in the face.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
So that's what, 15 plus 14? Is. That's 29, yeah. As I do some quick calculations.
Quite literally, you have... I'm not sure whether you're smiling or not, but yeah, you got the hiss. And then this monkey just came at you, and for flavor. It's her tail is the second hit. No, she straight up punches you in the face. Because you only get to do that once in your life.
Yeah, you asked me about if he's smiling. No, this thing is grinning so wide. Yeah, you did max damage and then almost max damage again. It looks like it did nothing to this thing.
Yeah, I figured that much. So you know what? Screw it. Network is also gonna have a turn. Let's see if I can get it. Could you make me a strength saving throw?
Yes.
Let me see if I've got the right spell.
Okay.
Yeah, no. There is a howling gust of wind. Like, you noticed before that the temperature had gone down? Yeah, no, it's gone down even further, and there is a sharp wind that tries to blow past you, but you are rooted in place. It is again doing nothing. It bites. It is a very sharp, cold wind, but it's not doing anything.
Did you say something?
Okay, this is one of those days. Right. Oh. At least I'm going down swinging.
As I try to figure out what's gonna happen next. I think now would be a good time for this. As I roll up my sleeves and look at the spell one more time. Make me a whiz save, and this thing is going to use a sorcery point to make you roll at disadvantage.
Oh boy. Because she rolled.
Well,
She rolled at first. She rolled at first a 24. Sorry, she rolled at first with her modifier, she rolled a 22, and then she rolled a 10.
This thing has casted fear.
Oh boy. And there is... Whatever fear normally casts, whatever fear normally does with people, it's different for Lin. Because there is only one thing Lin will ever be able to fear, truly and horrifically. And so you not Quinn, you see this monkey who, yeah, this detective was figuring out, yeah, shit's fucked, but was at least going to go down swinging. No, you see her look at you. And there is fear, there is terror. As in her eyes, that yellow turns to burning red. That grin stretches beyond outline. And you grow taller and darker. And she's not looking at a not Quinn anymore. She is looking at the being of terror, at the emperor of horror. She's looking at the thing. You're not real. You're not real. You're not real.
Oh no. This is not real. Lin, detective dear, this is just a nightmare.
You used a very specific word when you were doing that.
Yeah.
You used two specific words while doing that. You can see this monkey's outline fray. It was already close to fraying with the casting of fear, but no. You see her take a step back, and that rage around her die. Yeah, no, she's terrified. She is terrified beyond measure.
Let me make myself perfectly clear, Detective. You try to interfere with my plans, Quinn. I will rip you apart limb from limb. And I will enjoy every single moment of it. Do you understand? As
Lin is...
Maki just stepped on my keyboard.
Yet, fun fact, she is staring at you, and she is staring at you, and she is staring at you, and her mouth is slightly open in that way that you think she might be wanting to scream, and no noise is coming out. She's gone non-verbal. And with everything, with another roll I just made, which she utterly beefed, you can... The way she's looking at you, the way she's specifically looking at that... You can't see it, but the way that she's looking at your grin... Yeah, you noticed her right hand earlier. It is shaking.
If this guy's grin could grow even wider, it does. And he says, well, let's make this quick, shall we? And he's going to cast Sleep at 9th level.
Roll to see if it works!
You did take damage, right? I need to figure out how many fucking dice do you have?
She's got 77 hit points. She's got 77 hit points, oh god.
Okay, so 7. I believe that's 21d8. Correct me if I'm wrong, gallery.
I admit, me, the Vwild, doesn't know enough about shit to know fully. So just, if anyone knows stuff.
Anyone?
Yeah, you've got her.
Cool. You're having a nightmare.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Lin hits the dirt.
And do you want to do some more fuckery here?
Yes, but I will just say that sleep is a spell that does enough to like take one person out and then take out the next person. You have not taken out the building. The building is screaming. The building is in distress, and so you probably only have a very small period of time before the town that they lovingly call home finds out about you.
Alright, give me 1 second because I do have something for our lovely beloved network. Oh my god. Oh, okay. As I look at this one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make me a whiz save, network.
Network feasibly, literally cannot make the roll.
Yeah.
That is a... What's your... Whiz?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, she is actually proficient in that. Well, by God!
I might actually roll again for, like, a heightened spell, because he does have the sorcery points to spell.
You probably want to, seeing as that was a nat 20 from the sweetheart.
Yeah.
And that is a 14 plus 6. That's not going to make it, but by God, Network's trying.
Dear beloved. Dearly beloved, you have been gotten with modify memory.
Oh, God. Modify memory. Oh, my God. You are messing with the house. Oh, God.
I did say this is a
Go ahead.
Fucked up and evil deity. When things have calmed down, not Quinn is no longer there. For the audience, this thing also has plane shift. Haha. Not Quinn is no longer there, but Network, you're pretty sure Quinn Queen was, and that he attacked Lin.
Yeah. Oh. Queen is gone. Thankfully, none of this escalated to being outside, thank God. So that's going to be fun for other people at a later point. Yeah. Network's very confused. Network doesn't know what's going on, or what happened, or why all of this happened. Network is just very confused and very much trying to wake up their warmth bringer, who has collapsed on the ground, who is not waking up. And yeah, you said you wanted to fuck shit up.
I sure did fuck shit up, and I can give us sleep lasts 1 minute, so
yeah. My God, so I need to roll Lin's Frey die again. At disadvantage this time, even though she's in her. Oh, of fucking course you roll 100.
Whoa.
Shit. Well, congratulations. Lin started the day with only 1 Frey point. And she skyrocketed through to 4 by the end, and no. She wakes up. And I'm going to have to roll to see whether she's verbal or not. Yes, you are verbal. Great. There is a scream. And she is absolutely terrified as she claws herself awake and is grasping her right hand. And she does not know why all of that happened. She just knows, oh, fuck. And yeah, no, she's getting herself to a wall. And she's just gonna stay there for a bit. Her desk is cracked straight through the center. There is stuff in disarray. There is any evidence of this being, if there was any, seeing as they slammed into a table, but yeah, no, she is very wide-eyed. She is making her way, just trying to get to the wall of love, because she is in so much pain right now, and just yeah, no, she's not doing anything right now. She's having a time.
And I think it can give you I give our audience a little bit of an epilogue as we slip out of the Stagehand Requiem, which has just gone through a time, and things certainly are chaotic, aren't they? Modify memory on network, but not Quinn. Lin! I know my words. Network fully believes that it was Quinn, not something else. But as we zoom out, and what's the foliage like right outside of the Requiem?
Outside of the Requiem, Lynn lives on a street in Halloween Town. There is nice Ghost Host Cafe next door, but Network specifically is nettles and roses and pumpkins as well. She's got a few pumpkins in the windows, but it's roses and nettles.
So it might be a little odd to see this pure black scorpion crawl down the side of one of those pumpkins, but hey, this is Halloween Town. Scorpions certainly do fit in, don't they? And that's where we end.
Well, that was fun.
It certainly was!
Oops, guess that secret's out. Me watching the gallery with half of them not having known.
Oh gosh, I love you guys.
Oh yeah.
I blow a kiss to all of you.
You did so good, Avi, beloved.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God.
I don't know if you saw me, but I was constantly complimenting your voice acting abilities and your abilities to make a villain that we all hate. But it's the love to hate. They're just horrible in every way, and they're perfect as a villain. God, that was so good. Your voice acting was so good.
Yes!
And so was Lin, my beloved, and I just both of you. This is me just appreciating both of you and your amazing skills during this. Thank you.
I am prayer hands at you both. Both of you have done amazing, and this was fantastic. Lynn's traumatized, but it's fine. I'll schedule maintenance.
Schedule maintenance.
I kid you not, to our fabulous audience. I am finding ways to get the monkey maintenance to unbreak her. Don't worry.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, because there's definitely gonna be consequences to this actions. I am so glad Quinn does not know where Halloween Town is, because I think if he went back, he would. Whew.
Yep.
Whew.
Man!
Yeah, don't worry about it. Quinn's fine. This is fine.
Thank you all so much for joining me today on this horrible, awful excursion. That was also a little bit fun. And thank you for my co-hosts. Thank you so much for playing with me.
Of course, beloved. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for handing me a pecked up villain and going, hey, what if we took your pecked up boy? And you know. And thank you, Lin, for putting up for the trauma.
I feel so bad for Lin. I'm sorry, Lin.
She'll be fine. As I've said, she's been through worse.
Oh, goodness.
Which is really saying something.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I think we should say goodbye to our audience. Thank you all so much for listening, both now and in the future. And with that, we bid you a good time zone.
Bye-bye.